welcome to the stage Chancellor Pradeep K. Khosla.
Good evening and welcome. Welcome to the Lion Tree Arena. Tonight, we are here to celebrate the very successful conclusion of our campaign for UC San Diego. And as you sit here, I want to remind you, I'm used to speaking for 50 minutes at a time as a professor, but tonight, we only have a 30-minute program before we let you behind these curtains out there to look at the transformation that happened at UC San Diego. So please, sit back and relax as we tell you the story of UC San Diego's transformation. So it starts about 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, we reimagined what it means to be a contemporary public research university. We decided that an institution like ours must be a valued public asset in multiple different ways. It must be an asset that educates society. It must be an asset that develops society through our research. And in our case, it must be an asset for delivering healthcare, new therapies, new medication to everybody without regard to their ability to pay for paying. So an institution like ours must also enrich society in many different ways through art, culture, entertainment, and lifelong learning. And we decided that a truly great university must transform our world every day. And that's exactly what our faculty, our students, our staff do day after day after day. And this all starts by transforming the individual, who in turn transforms their family, and in turn transforms their communities. And that's what the story of UC San Diego is in San Diego and around the whole state. So to increase our circles of impact, we needed to expand our reach to more people. And we realized that the most pressing issue facing all of us today, or most of us today, is access to education. So we created a bold future, a vision for a bold future that would expand access and affordability for all Californians without their ability to pay, without regards of their ability to pay. And this means, here in this case, access to UC education, which I may say so, is the best in the world, without question. And I don't say this because I'm one of the UC chancellors. I say this because it really is a system that this whole state should be very proud of. It's the best in the world. And so access to UC education means access through scholarships, fellowships, and hopefully a debt-free education. So the commitment I want to make is over the next decade, with your help, I want us to get to a debt-free education if we can. Also access to quality healthcare, new therapies, and cures, like I said, regardless of one's ability to pay. And most importantly, access to some of the very best people that exist in San Diego, and these are our faculty, world-renowned. Many of them are here today. Please give them a big hand. We could not be as great without them, so thank you. Amazing people. So we made a commitment to become one of the nation's most impactful public assets or public universities for the greater good. And we did that in a way that Tritons do best. We convened our faculty, we convened our staff, we convened our students, we convened our alumni, we talked to them, we listened to them, we engaged them. We convened business leaders, we convened community leaders, and we made sure they understood that UC San Diego was in this community for them, by them, again, for the greater good. And through these efforts, something extremely remarkable happened. Like minds connected. Resources met experts, collaboration sparked innovation. And collaboration is an important word because in San Diego, we are all about collaboration. So collaboration sparked innovation, and we began to serve more people, both locally, around the state, and around the country. And our donors, that is you all, gave us 3 billion reasons, and then some, to make this happen in a really good way. Because of the reasons you gave us, we kept on discovering, we kept on inventing, and we kept on moving and transitioning all of our discoveries and inventions into the community. And because of you, the campaign for UC San Diego was very successful, and we are both transformed and transforming. So UC San Diego, because of you, is both transformed and transforming. And tonight is about that transformation. It's about sharing what you have enabled us to do. In some sense, you enabled us. In another sense, you forced us. And in a different sense, you inspired us. So you have been everything that we wanted to be. So thank you for for all that you've done. And I'm going to offer you a peek at what is just around the corner. And it is about the bright future that awaits us all. And to help us tell these stories, I have a great surprise for you. I am pleased to introduce an amazing Triton, a really amazing Triton, who is no stranger to transformation. She transforms regularly on TV and in movies. She's an alumna of our world-famous, very prestigious Master of Fine Arts program in theater and dance, ranked on the top 5 programs by The Hollywood Reporter. And you may remember her from her performances in Orange is the New Black, or as Judge Zerby in the recently released film, The Courtroom, or as Linda McCrae in the series When They See Us. And no surprise to Tritons, she is an amazing collaborator, because that's what we do at UC San Diego. That's what we teach our students at UC San Diego. So, and she has won several awards for the best ensemble performance with the cast of Orange is the New Black. And now it is my sincere honor, my great pleasure to introduce to you the Emmy-nominated one and only Marsha Stephanie Blake.
Thank you, Chancellor Khosla. Thank you so much. Thank you. One and only. Oh, my gosh. I am so excited to be here, and what a delight it is to come back.
Too.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's so great to come back and see this, come back to UCSD, see this for myself, this incredible transformation. I mean, this is definitely not the same campus that I left a few years ago.
I hope so.
I mean, you've been busy. Yes?
We have been really busy. When you were here, because of you, we were a better place. After you left, many, many generations came after you, and we are a better place.
Not many, hold on.
Each year,
One many.
Each year is a generation. New class.
That's too many minis. I learned a lot. You said something about the ensemble award that
Right.
I received with my cast of Orange is the New Black. Well, I learned a lot about ensemble performance right here at UC San Diego. I was a class of 12 people, 12 insane, lovely, super talented human beings, called ourselves a Dirty Dozen. And we had a lot to learn about working.
And you know what? I was in New York a couple of weeks ago.
Is that right?
And our alumni, your friends from New York, forced me is the right word, but actually I was happy they did, to see 3 shows in 2 days.
Oh.
All
Lucky
from UC San Diego alums. And then I had few cocktails with them, and they were telling me that without UC San Diego, they would not know how to collaborate. And a decade or 2 after they've been gone, they still collaborate with their classmates. So that is the power of this place. That's the power of alumni, and that's the power of our MFA program. So, on to you. I'm on my way out now.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. So one of the people who taught me how to be a better collaborator and, quite frankly, a better human being is my professor, Eva Barnes, voice coach extraordinaire, and she is here tonight just to support me. She's not even giving me any kind of notes or anything. She's just here to support me tonight. That's how wonderful a human being she is. And Eva, definitely, she walks on water. Thank you, Eva, for being here tonight. So on a movie set or in a theatrical production, there are many, many people who make things come to life or who facilitate the transformation that audiences see. We're talking the cast, the directors, editors, producers, PAs, wardrobe, hair and makeup, you get it. So much like a production, the 10-year campaign for UC San Diego had many people facilitating the work, contributing their time, their talent, and their gifts. The vital role of leadership in an undertaking of a production as massive as the campaign for UC San Diego cannot be understated. We are fortunate to have had two remarkable and gifted individuals who rose to the challenge, Ken Kroner and Aryeh Burkov. Please welcome Ken Kroner.
Thank you, Marsha. You notice I have a drink here? My role is to get you all drinking, I guess. So, hey, $3 billion. I looked it up, and that is a big number. In fact, apparently, if you took 3 billion $1 bills and stacked them all on top of each other, you would have $3 billion. I mean, think about how big a number that is. Hey, it's been my honor to serve as the campaign co-chair alongside Aryeh Burkov, who's a fellow alumnus. Aryeh is the founder and the CEO of Liontree. We are here right now in Liontree Arena. Thanks, Aryeh. Thank you, Aryeh. Congratulations, Aryeh. And again, it's been a real honor to work alongside you. So thanks. When I accepted Chancellor Khosla's invitation to chair this fundraising campaign, the very first request he made of me was to join him in asking UC San Diego's 4 philanthropic superheroes and campus visionaries to become the honorary chairs of this campaign. And how could I say no to that? Those 4 honorary chairs are Joan and Erwin Jacobs, Ernest Rady, and Denny Sanford. Now, all 4 of them agreed, but not unconditionally. They agreed with one condition, and that is the condition was that we go out there and we recruit the next generation of philanthropic superheroes, the next generation of campus visionaries. UC San Diego needed to build a culture of volunteer leadership and philanthropy so that their legacy, what they started building here many years ago at UC San Diego, would continue to have an impact on the world for many generations to come. That's what our role was, and I'm thrilled to be able to report that with the support of Chancellor Khosla and with the support of the most incredible advancement team you'll see at any institution anywhere, we did exactly that. We constituted a 100-member campaign cabinet that comprises of UC San Diego's most distinguished and most respected alumni and supporters. And that cabinet, who's listed behind me right here, you can see if you can find your name or see if there's anyone on there you recognize. That cabinet, that group of people engaged alumni. It evangelized, it opened doors for us, and ultimately became some of our very top philanthropists. Their efforts ensured that UC San Diego will always have a culture of volunteer leadership and philanthropy. And that's what ultimately ensures that what our honorary chairs started many years ago will indeed endure for multiple generations to come. We should be excited about that. That's something that we should absolutely be celebrating, even more than the number 3 billion. Right. So it's clear that a celebration of this campaign has to be a celebration of its leadership as well. And with that in mind, I'd like to ask you to join me in a toast. It's actually a three-part toast, and that's where the alcohol comes in. So first, Chancellor Khosla, for whom 2022 actually marks the 10-year milestone of what is truly transformational leadership. My view, and I think you'll all agree with me, is that the astounding legacy of this campaign for UC San Diego is also Chancellor Khosla's legacy. And our campus, our city, our state, our region, our country, our world is going to be forever better as a result of his leadership. Second, our honorary chairs, whose generosity seeded a culture, what I keep talking about, the culture of volunteer leadership and philanthropy at this relatively young institution. You laid the groundwork for the physical and intellectual transformation of UC San Diego and ultimately the world beyond. And then third, to my campaign cabinet colleagues, for their leadership and the critical role they played in the achievements that we're here celebrating tonight. And even more than that, for ensuring that UC San Diego has taken its place, its rightful place, among the nation's most distinguished academic institutions. So with 3 billion thanks to all of you here tonight who contributed to the campaign's success and to our really bright future. So let's raise a glass to a very successful campaign led by a group of phenomenal leaders. Cheers. And with that, I am delighted to introduce our Vice Chancellor for Advancement, Ann Spira.
Thank you. Ken, thank you so much. Your boundless enthusiasm for UC San Diego energized the campaign. Your campaign cabinet colleagues and campus partners were so very fortunate to have your leadership. We're all fortunate. Ken, you know, I'm talking in the present tense. Don't go anywhere. When our chancellor and Ken asked Joan and Erwin and Ernest and Denny to serve as honorary chairs, they were seeking their counsel and vision as the most distinctive leaders and champions of our university. With a landmark legacy of giving that touches every corner of our campus, where the names Jacobs, Rady, and Sanford are synonymous with excellence, highest aspirations, and planet-changing impact. From the top-ranked Jacobs School of Engineering to our revolutionary Jacobs Medical Center, and the Joan and Erwin Jacobs Theater District, to the establishment of UC San Diego's very first endowed chair with many, many Jacobs chairs to follow, and countless gifts to fund life-saving research and discovery, scholarships, fellowships, and so much more, Joan and Erwin, we thank you. From the renowned Rady School of Management and endowed chairs and fellowships to Rady Pavilion for Women and Infants, and decades-long steadfast giving from the heart, to Chancellor's Associates, the student-run free clinic, and beyond, Ernest and Evelyn, we thank you. From the life-saving Sanford Stem Cell Clinical Center to the unprecedented T. Denny Sanford Institute for Empathy and Compassion and the Sanford Stem Cell Institute and its space-age science, to the one and only Denny Sanford, thank you. Joan, Erwin, Ernest, Evelyn, and Denny. Simply put, your humanity is improving all of our lives, and your example inspired our 100-member campaign cabinet to set and exceed an unprecedented $1 billion collective giving goal. Let's consider that for a moment. Our campaign cabinet, 100 members strong, of distinguished alumni and campus champions, are responsible for 1/5 third of our historic $3 billion campaign total. Yeah. Remarkable, world-class leadership setting a precedent for all who will follow. And so, on behalf of the entire campus community, I offer heartfelt gratitude to our magnificent campaign cabinet members here right in front of me, beloved donors across this entire arena, and university champions worldwide. Thank you so much.
The campaign for UC San Diego has propelled us to transform, to connect, and to find solutions like none other.
In 62 years of our existence, we are one of the top 5 public institutions in the country. We are the largest research portfolio in the UC system. We have grown by leaps and bounds. This campaign, which has lasted 10 years, has had a very significant impact on our ability to build the infrastructure where this would become a destination for the community, for students all over California and all over the country and the world. The physical transformation of this campus includes not only building new buildings, but also creating a very deeply connected campus, both intellectually and physically.
This campaign has been all about connections, connecting us to the community, connecting the community to us, and allowing us to connect to each other. Without question, philanthropy has helped us push the boundaries of scholarship and discovery.
Our philanthropic community is and has been truly visionary. They're investing in UC San Diego for a bigger purpose, which is greater good of education, of research, of healthcare, and the country. Without their support, we could not change the world around us. We could not change the trajectory of healthcare. We could not create new therapies and cures. Campaigns like this not only allow us to build infrastructure and transform our intellectual capacity on campus, but their most significant impact is on the lives of our students.
Through the momentum generated by the campaign for UC San Diego, we will continue our non-traditional path toward revolutionary ideas, unexpected answers, life-saving discoveries, and planet-changing impact.
Because of philanthropy, we are a university transformed and transforming. Well, what more can I say after that? Well, I have 2 more things to say. As a professor, I never stop saying, okay. So, first of all, thank you to each and every one of you. And secondly, we are not done yet. This is just the beginning of the new phase. And everyone in this audience made everything you saw in that video possible. And because together, and precision is important here because every dollar counts, because together we raised $3,052,696,479, and I just dropped the penny. Every dollar counts, and that is an important notion, because without that, we would not be where we are. And all of this was done because you all believed. You believed in UC San Diego. And belief in UC San Diego has impacted the lives of many. It has expanded, as I said before, our access to education. It has impacted healthcare, new therapies, new medications. It has impacted our community. It has allowed us to create enrichment spaces, collaboratories, and impacted people's access to arts, culture, and cultural venues at UC San Diego. Belief in UC San Diego has inspired breakthrough research that has helped millions of people and will continue to help millions of people. Research in all of our schools, arts and humanities, policy management and social sciences, engineering, medicine, pharmaceutical sciences, public health, biological sciences, physical sciences, and last but not the least, the seed from which we were created, marine and climate sciences. Scripps Institution of Oceanography was the founder of UC San Diego. So thank you, Scripps, and now we're going to learn a little bit more about some of the amazing research that has been made possible because of your generosity, because of your vision. And as Chancellor, I can tell you, it's easy for me to tell you how great my faculty are, my students, my staff, but it is best told by somebody outside who used to be inside, but now is coming from outside and has seen the world multiple different ways. And this again would be Marsha Stephanie coming back here to tell us more about how she sees the world, how she sees the transformation of UC San Diego. She will share 5 great impact stories, including her own, that exemplify the Triton experience and the Tritons transforming the country and society. And after that, you'll be able to walk through these tunnels on both sides, and you'll be able to experience and even interact with UC San Diego's impact and be able to do this live and in person. You'll experience a reception like none other. A museum-like experience that takes you through some of the impact that we have made and which has been made possible by you all. And as we celebrate, I hope you'll immerse yourself in this and all that this evening has to offer. But before I turn it back to Marsha Stephanie, I want to offer several thank yous to many, many people who have done a lot to bring us to where we are today. So let me start by thanking the 164,000 donors that made this happen today. So thank you, all the donors. Thank you to our spectacularly accomplished faculty, staff who made this happen. So please give them a big hand. Many of them are here today. Could not do this without you. We would not be who we are without you. Thank you to the UC Regents who provide guidance and leadership, and in particular, 2 of them who are here today, our very own Sandra Timmons and Maria Anguano. So thank you for being here today. Great institutions like this are built by great leadership. And 2 people I want to acknowledge, Chancellor Emeritus, President Emeritus, Dick Atkinson, and somebody who's here today, Chancellor Emeritus and President Emeritus, Bob Dines. Please, thank you, Bob. And to each and every one of you, thank you for you responding to our call for this campaign. Thank you, Ken Kroner. Thank you, Arya Burkhoff. Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Joan and Irvin Jacobs. Thank you, Ernest Rady. Thank you, Denny Sanford. And thank you for your energy, your vision, and you driving us hard, as Ken was saying, because without you driving us, we would not be where we are. And last but not the least, thank you to our advancement staff. Thank you to Ann Spira's leadership and her staff. And finally, thank you to all the special events and protocol people. Without them, there'd be no lights in this arena today. So thank you. So,
how you guys doing? So this evening, we heard about the impressive $3 billion plus raised through the campaign for UC San Diego, and the equally impressive leadership and vision that led to this accomplishment. I just want to flip the script a little bit, and instead assert that while that is true, that it is very impressive, I believe what we're really celebrating is 3 billion points of impact, which is quite honestly staggering. 3 billion stories of impact. And I want to tell you these stories. And I'm going to tell you from 1 to 3 billion, so buckle up. No, I won't. I'll just tell you a representative few, a fraction of what has been inspired, funded, created, discovered, and supported by you here at UC San Diego. And I'll start with my own personal story, a fraction of my personal story. So I didn't just learn acting technique while here at UC San Diego. I mean, it's one of the great things that I did learn, but it wasn't the only thing. I learned about collaboration. We've been talking about that tonight. I learned about empathy. And I've always known that I wanted to have a career and a family. And you know how they say, if you dream it, you can dream it if you can see it. Well, what I saw from my professors, like Eva Barnes, is that I could have both. My professors are parents. Eva is a mom, Eva is a great mom. So I saw them be both things. So I knew that the dream wasn't unattainable for me. And so when I decided to have kids, while pursuing my acting career in New York. Who did I turn to for my support? My classmates. My kids have a lot of aunties and uncles because I would have, in the middle of the day, if I had an audition, in the middle of the day in Midtown, I would send up the bat signal and I would say, who's here? Who's available at 12:30? I have an audition at Telsey. I just need somebody to come watch this baby while I run into this audition room for 20, 40 minutes, depending on how well it goes. And inevitably, one of my classmates would answer that signal. So we're out here. We're still collaborating. We're still leading with empathy. And of course, I'm also sure to offer myself up as an auntie to my fellow actors when they decide to have children. In fact, let's get a little personal. I even offered, you guys, I offered my breast milk to another actress. I did. Thank you. I mean, I don't want to paint myself as this big hero, but this is what happened. So she came to me. I just had my second child, who is now 8. It's crazy. And she came to me and she was devastated that she wasn't able to produce milk. And I said, this is crazy, because I have a freezer full of expressed milk, and my obnoxious child has decided she doesn't want it. She only wants it from the source. So I know, right? I said, do you like want my breast milk? Is that weird? Is that something people do? Do people do that? Is that something people do? And it turns out it absolutely is something people do. And it's funny because even now when I run into her, people know that I have 2 biological daughters, but what they don't know is that when I see her to this day, if I say to her, how's your boy? She says, you mean our boy? So I also have a son, you guys. As a mother and a daughter, I understand that mother's milk is this precious resource. The University of California Health Milk Bank, led by Lisa Stellwagen, is a literal lifeline for vulnerable newborns and infants throughout California, and it's operated right here at UC San Diego. I'll let Lisa tell you all about it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Stellwagen. I'm a pediatrician and a professor of pediatrics at UC San Diego School of Medicine, and my work focuses on infant health and nutrition. Now, we all know that mother's own milk is a precious resource, but many may not know that donated human milk, especially for the most vulnerable infants, can save lives. And that's why I helped launch the UC Health Milk Bank, with the generous support of donors like you. This was a first in San Diego, and is one of only 2 nonprofit milk banks in California. With your help, we're providing much-needed pasteurized donor human milk to hospitals and infants across California. Thank you.
From the tiniest infants at the inception of life to those a bit more seasoned, UC San Diego physicians, researchers, scientists, and innovators are working to improve health for everyone in our communities in every phase of life. We've been able to double down on research to understand and to co-produce solutions to systemic health inequities among our most vulnerable family members, friends, and neighbors. We are exploring the science of longevity, senior care, and well-being through the lens of equity, justice, and respect, to advance scientific discovery and engage our diverse communities in finding solutions. We are taking a holistic view of wellness and well-being by seeking to understand the scientific basis of empathy. There's that word again. Gentry Patrick can give us some more context.
Hello, I'm Gentry Patrick, professor of neurobiology in the School of Biological Sciences. I'm also the director of the newly established Center for Empathy and Social Justice in Human Health. I'm working alongside my colleagues at the T. Denny Sanford Institute for Empathy and Compassion to explore the neurobiology of compassion. Established with the help of generous donors like you, the Institute seeks to uncover the basis of empathy in order to shape medical education improve patient care, and prevent physician burnout. With your help, I'm addressing these issues through the lens of social justice, working at the intersection of neuroscience, mentorship, and equity to build a more diverse, inclusive STEM and healthcare professions pipeline. Thank you so much for your support.
Our understanding of compassion and well-being isn't limited to just our patients and medical professionals. It extends to every member of our society. All levels of well-being are impacted in communities such as those forcibly displaced in vulnerable border communities or homeless throughout our region. Because of you, we are able to work within these communities to deepen our understanding, collaborate on long-term sustainable solutions. Our commitment to health and well-being extends across our campus community as well. Campaign gifts are ensuring every student has the support, resources, and opportunities they need to not only succeed, but thrive. You're looking at one of them. Opportunities like hands-on research, which ignites their interest in pursuing advanced degrees so they can learn and explore more, like doctoral candidate Tammy Russell.
Hello, I'm Tammy Russell, a doctoral candidate at Scripps Institution of Oceanography. I'm currently researching the impacts of climate change and plastics on seabirds, and by extension, every living thing. Alongside my colleagues, we're finding creative new ways to explain environmental change, create solutions, and recommend policies so we can better understand and protect the planet. Together, empowered by generous donors like you, the work of Scripps faculty and the next generation of marine scientists will benefit the planet for decades to come. Thank you.
Graduate students like Tammy are and always have been core to our research mission. They are fundamentally explorers and entrepreneurs, curious, collaborative, connected. They energize and empower the work of our faculty. Work like using sophisticated okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys about this word. I knew I was gonna get it wrong. Let's go back. Work like using sophisticated microscopy. Thank you, Eva. To understand how the molecules in our bodies interact. From those tiny building blocks to the expanse of space, scientific discovery continues to advance our understanding of ourselves and our universe. And let's hear Brian Keating describe it.
Hi, I'm Brian Keating, the Chancellor's Distinguished Professor of Physics at UC San Diego. Humanity has always wondered where we came from. To try to answer that question, and with support from donors like you, I am asking a much bigger question. Where did the universe itself come from? At the Simons Observatory in Chile's Atacama Desert, my team of undergraduates, graduate students, postdocs, and engineers are all searching for primordial gravitational waves. These waves will illuminate the earliest moments of the universe's history and help to unveil the nature of dark energy, of dark matter, and how gravity shaped it all. Supported by visionary donors like you, we're able to see what no one has ever seen before. Thank you very much.
Primordial gravitational wave. I want to go searching for that too. Their innovative work is fueled by philanthropy. It is at the intersection of everything we do across every discipline, underpinned by leadership in data science, innovation, and connections that span our entire campus. It is this work and so many, many more examples that continue to inspire and empower UC San Diego, our students, our faculty, our alumni, to pursue a whole new universe of solutions, to peer closely at the tiniest individual components, maybe even 3 billion of them, and understand how they all come together and expand to create something truly like none other. You have come together to transform this university and what our students, our faculty, staff, alumni, friends, and partners are able to do, be, and become. I would also suggest that this campaign and UC San Diego have in turn transformed you. So thank you. Thank you.
Speedy,
Where should I be looking
you're
at?
going to be looking right at me.
Hands, would you rather have them like this?
Do I go now?
Yeah.
We've come a long way since our founding.
We've come a long way.
Since our founding, only 6 decades ago.
We've broken ground.
And broken assumptions about what a university can become.
We've expanded minds,
Expanded access. And expanded our campus.
we've traded conventional thinking.
For exceptional thinking.
In other words, we've stayed true.
We've stayed true.
To the non-tradition that is UC San Diego.
As a result,
We've become a university.
Like none other.
Like none other.
like none other. With students
Athletes.
Faculty.
and community like none other.
With solutions like none other.
With researchers and thought pioneers like none other.
With healthcare providers.
And yes,
Yes, donors like none other.
To the generous supporters
Who have had a hand in pushing us forward.
There's only one way that a school like ours can say thank you.
It's by recommitting ourselves
to finding fresh answers.
To the world's most pressing questions. It's finding solutions for everything. From cancer to Alzheimer's to malaria.
championing more compassionate medicine.
Transforming lives.
through scholarships and fellowships
To be a beacon for arts.
Culture.
and community.
To observe the stars
Conserve our ocean.
and protect our atmosphere.
To search far and wide for ways to bring humanity closer together.
Globally and in our own backyard.
And in our own backyard. Friends, you won't only hear us say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mahalo nui loa.
You'll see us.
Doing what we've always done.
At the edge of a continent.
As a university like none other. As a university like none other.
As a university like none other.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us to celebrate an amazing campaign. Please follow our UC San Diego Spirit team and join us for a reception like none other.